Why are you guys whispering?
We're trying out ASMR.
Isn't this how it works?
I mean, I guess.
It's the hottest new trend in everything.
It was the hottest new trend like 6 months ago.
Like 6 years ago.
Really? Because I keep seeing stuff.
Well, it's still popular, believe it or not. Anyway, welcome to the Nerdstrodamus podcast, where we count down all the biggest things of the month and we take a look at the month ahead. We're going to talk this month. It's March Madness!
March Madness! This is my favorite month of the year! Robots!
Let's create a new reason to just celebrate for no reason.
Yes.
Isn't that what everybody does? Because, I mean, we have National Pasta Day, National Give Your Dog a Hug Day. National
That's a day?
I'm assuming so. There is a National Pasta Day. I had somebody get mad at me because I said National Pasta Day is stupid. And they said, why do you hate pasta? I said, I don't. I love pasta, but why do we have a day for it? Why can't I just eat pasta?
What do you have against pasta?
But
Excellent.
side note aside, it is March Madness. This entire month, Nerdstrodamus will be focusing on those lovable giant robots, particularly loved by myself and Punk.
Yeah.
Yes, and Slow Ted also. He's not here right now.
I can dig a robot from time to time.
You can, but you haven't been flipping out over Damon X Machina like Punk and I have.
Oh my god.
But we'll probably talk about that.
Oh,
later.
yeah. We'll get to
Can we
it.
talk about now?
Just hold on. But yeah, so keep an eye open. Videos will be up that focus on mechs. Streams will be focused on mechs. We have a new song coming out with a music video. And I particularly, and anybody else who wants to, but I know I will be posting every day a picture of some mech that I own, have built, or just love on the Instagram and Facebook. So keep an eye on that.
Oh, yeah.
And don't forget to check out our website, nerdstrodamus.com, for updates also. We have all our stuff up there, and every week it gets updated with what our latest videos are. And you can learn a little bit about us. Just a little, though.
Just very little.
Yeah, but that's okay.
Right. So we're going to take a look at some of the biggest news items of the month.
Yes.
A lot of it's Nintendo-centered.
It is.
Nintendo's kind of like getting a lot more stuff focused on
And
them
it all
lately.
happened within like a week.
Yeah.
It feels like it, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So let's start off with the bad news. And that was the retirement of Reggie.
Reggie Fils-Aimé.
The president of Nintendo of America announced that he was retiring, which is sad because Reggie's been like the face of Nintendo and a meme generator for the past how many years. But I guess
he's embraced it too. Like some
Yeah.
people don't like the idea of all that attention being focused on them and not on the art that they're helping to create. But he totally embraced it.
he did. Did you watch his retirement video?
Yeah.
He mentions that people brought up the Reginator thing, and that's why they did that
Yeah.
little bit of him being the Terminator.
That's awesome.
So he embraced it, and even in the end, he said like, "My body is still ready," which I guess his body is just ready to retire.
Yes.
But
I would be too.
But he is retiring, and he's been there for 15 years, I believe, as president of Nintendo of America, and like I say, he's been the face of it. His replacement, though, this is the best part of the whole thing,
Yeah, it's crazy.
because the guy's name is Bowser.
Yeah, and also totally ready to embrace everything.
He's been there for 3 years. He has actually been one of the heads of marketing, which
And a lot of some of the live events and stuff, he's actually already been the face of. So he's not somebody completely unfamiliar to everybody.
right.
He is excited, and he is a very like kind of energetic individual. So I think they probably picked somebody pretty decent.
A lot of people have been a little apprehensive though about it though, because he used to work for, I believe, EA. So because there's this stigma attached to EA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But as I said, he's been working with Nintendo for 3 years. He's been working with Reggie, and he's helped with the live events. And again, the marketing thing, look at how the Switch has been marketed, like even before its release.
Oh, yeah.
The guy knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we got to give him credit. It's just hilarious that finally the president of Nintendo of America is Bowser. Now we just need a Mario for head of Nintendo of Japan. Although I don't know what that
Do you
would
think there's a Bowsette?
Somebody get the super crown.
Yeah, we got this.
Yeah, we got this. But,
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's going to change too much on their just general game production plan. I mean, the way they kind of like show themselves is obviously going to like, morph just a little bit because Reggie had this very, clean cut and fun persona.
Yeah, it was weird. He was very professional and very fun all at the same time. But
Sort of like a fun but uncreepy uncle. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, if that can happen.
But I mean, it's Nintendo of America. It's not changing Nintendo of Japan, which is of course the main Nintendo. So I don't think we're gonna see game production change really at all. It's mostly just gonna be probably the way things are announced and the way things are handled here. And who knows? Maybe it'll help us out. Maybe we'll get more stuff.
Bring
over
back
here.
Play It Loud. That's what I miss edgy Nintendo back in like
Oh my god,
the late 90s.
It's not the late '90s anymore, Lambo.
Play It Loud.
Oh my god, do you remember when they would advertise like the Game Boy Pocket, the different colors?
Yeah.
And it's like, which one are you? And it's like green was relish, red was ketchup. Like there were advertisements for that. It was like, how do you build your burger and stuff like that. It was weird.
They went for it.
Did they actually like stack Game Boys in like a burger?
I don't think so. Like I remember
That'd
the
be
advertisements in gaming magazines.
Yeah.
You know, back when gaming magazines were relevant. But we'll miss Reggie. I'm sure he'll be around in some aspect.
Oh yeah.
He actually. My favorite part, it was a little tear-jerky moment. He was stepping down as his role of president of Nintendo of America, but he's taking on a new role, and that's Nintendo fan. So he'll probably still be around and doing things.
I'm sure. I mean, he's always going to have the focus on him a little bit. I just wonder if somebody else is going to pick him up.
I mean,
or
the
if
way
he's like retiring.
he sounds like he's retiring because in the announcement he says he wants to spend more time with his family, with his kids, and like just
How old is he?
He can't be that old.
He doesn't look that old.
Yeah, I mean, the whole idea of like retiring is a little different.
Yeah.
Than we would usually think of retiring.
He's got. I mean,
most of us normies think of retiring as I'm never working again.
yeah. I mean, he might do something, but hold on, I'm looking.
Wow,
up.
he's 6'1".
He's 57.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
So he's not that
He's
far
not
up
that
from like
far off
normal
from-
retiring
Yeah.
age. So
It's not bad.
No,
I mean, he said he's in good health and stuff. It's not for any like kind of drastic,
Right.
health reasons.
of course he's in good health, and I'm going to say it again. His body is always ready
Always.
for everything. So
Yeah. I will miss his presence though, and so hopefully the new guy can just bring something new to the table.
I'm sure he can.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure he can. But so we'll miss Reggie. And Reggie, if you're listening, you're probably not, but if you are listening, we'll miss you. But Godspeed.
We'll tag you anyway.
Yeah, we'll tag you, Reggie. But so let's talk about some other Nintendo news because there's some other things to bring up.
David Xbox out.
What?
David X Machina.
We'll talk about it when we talk about games we played.
We'll get there.
That is a game we played.
Yeah, but we haven't talked about games we played yet.
Oh,
So just,
all right.
we'll
Sorry.
get there. We'll get there. Punk, you brought it up though. The Xbox Game Pass.
Yeah, and like Xbox Live stuff, like achievements and everything, is coming to the Switch.
Well, we knew achievements were,
Mm-hmm.
especially with Minecraft.
Yeah, because it was cross-platform,
Yeah.
Right.
which was it's kind of cool.
But now,
But Game Pass. So it was like, am I going to be able to play like Gears of War or Halo on my Switch?
That would be cool.
I don't think it'll be that. I think it's going to be games that are probably on both systems, right?
Well, see, Game Pass is a different thing, though.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't-
I mean, you can get all those games on there, but it's mostly for their exclusives. Yeah, because you pay like a monthly thing. I think it's $10 a
Yeah, it's
month.
$9.99.
Yeah. And then you just get access to all these games that you can download. I don't know if you can stream them, like the PlayStation Now.
No, it's not like that. You
You
don't.
just
Good.
download them.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. So, like, what am I going to have to expand like my memory even more on my Switch so I can download these games?
Yeah. I don't know. There's so much not said about it, but Nintendo and Microsoft have been chummy
Yeah, they've been
for
real
a
chummy.
while now.
Uh-huh.
Cross-platform
Yeah.
on like a lot of the online games. They've been on friendly terms, like on social media and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's been kind of nuts. I mean, as long as Nintendo keeps its identity and its like its own. Like its own personality and everything, then like fine. Let
Yeah.
this.
Well, I mean, the concern last generation was that Nintendo was just going to give up the game and go third party. But would it be weirder if like Microsoft did it instead?
Well,
That would be-
Microsoft's coming out with like 3 new consoles here
Yeah.
at E3. They're going to announce.
You know what I would like them to do? Come out with 3 new games. Because can we admit that like the
There's
Xbox
nothing.
games are cool and they've come out with some really nice stuff, but it is really
It's Slim
limited.
Pickens.
Right, and like there's also those series games like Halo, Gears of War, which like on the original Xbox and Xbox 360, they were the titles to get. Everyone loved them. Now on the One, they're not that good. Like the story is really,
Well,
I mean, no.
I mean with Halo, when you lose the original team after Reach, which,
This is true.
and I don't know what's going on with Gears, but in all honesty, Gears of War was not something that I think needed to keep going,
No.
particularly like story wise.
Yeah, Because 3 ended it pretty well.
Yeah, I feel the same way about both series, to be honest, story-wise. You know?
That's true.
They could have just focused on a completely different set of people and kept the story going.
The same thing happened with Mass Effect 2. Once you got done with the original trilogy and you moved on to Andromeda, but it was a different team too.
Right. I enjoyed Andromeda. There we go.
It wasn't bad, but the problem was if you were a big fan of the series and you focused on all the lore and everything.
This is true.
Yeah.
Like
it was kind of hard to restart and feel like it was the first one again.
Yeah.
But what is this going to lead to? Like, are we going to get Mario on the Xbox finally? Like, is that going to be like the future?
I don't think it's going to go that way. I think it's Microsoft working with Nintendo, not Nintendo working with Microsoft.
Right, but there should be some kind of give and take, right?
Yeah, because that's almost an admission of defeat. If otherwise.
And maybe not an admission of defeat, but maybe just a way to help boost themselves. Because I mean, if you look at the sales, Nintendo is doing amazing.
Yeah.
Console sales through the roof. Just profit is doing really, really well. They did have to tone back their projected sales, because what did they say originally, like 20 million?
Yeah, I think they actually bumped it up.
No, they bumped it down
this past year though.
No, they bumped it
in the last.
Oh, they
quarter.
bumped it out. They bumped it up last year.
In the last quarter, yeah.
But then when it was getting close to the end of the quarter, they said we're not gonna hit it. They got close, and I know they outsold the PS4 in the same time frame. So it might not be Xbox in main defeat. It might just be Xbox realizing that they do something really well. Right. Their console is a very powerful system. They have the backwards compatibility. They have the Game Pass.
They have the online structure too.
They have the online structure, and Nintendo is just fun, and people want it. So
and it could be their reach into mobile of some sort, like a mobile console. So that way they don't have to work on something themselves. They can focus on the home console and just develop stuff digitally for somebody else.
Yeah.
Right.
My secret hope is that Microsoft, like Xbox Live, becomes Nintendo's online platform.
Yeah, to an extent, I agree.
Because they just do it so well, and because Microsoft already has the infrastructure, they already have the software, and if they're putting that software on Nintendo, why couldn't they just use it and then that be like your online?
I agree to an extent.
Because I don't mind paying my what is it, $20 a year for Nintendo Online, because
that's amazing.
That's fine.
Or even $35 for a family, which is I think is like 8 accounts or something like
that.
It's
like 7 or 8 people. Yeah,
just crazy.
And if I'm getting free games along the way, awesome.
I mean, we're still getting free games from Nintendo.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I know people complained about it, but they're not switching games out. They're adding 2 to 4 a month. And while they're just NES games right now, I'm hoping they change that, but I'm okay with Nintendo Online so far. Yeah. But I agree with you that if they did,
I'd almost pay the extra money to have Xbox Live on there for my online games.
As long as we didn't have to use the phone app to chat.
Well, exactly, but that would be
exactly.
would be part of this. Believe me.
I want a party system where I don't have to use the app, because that is the dumbest thing.
Because that would also help Nintendo kind of wash their hands of the liability, I think, of the online service. Because they're always concerned is people preying on kids and that kind of thing. There's always a negativity about just online interactions. So I feel like that would be a way for them to just kind of pass the buck a little bit, and then also just have it be better than what it is.
But this is all big speculation based on one small announcement.
Yeah, so. That's my deep hope in my heart somewhere.
I have nothing against Microsoft. I never got an Xbox just because it's the lack of games.
Yeah, there's nothing really big, unless there was a game coming out, but they canceled it.
Are we segueing?
This is a good segue.
That's a really good segue.
So I don't know if you remember this whole. I don't even know. It was dragon techno thing, it was a guy headphones on, always rocking out the music or something.
You must be talking about the Xbox One exclusive being developed by Platinum called Scalebound.
Yes, I am.
A game that I was super excited for and even considered getting an Xbox for that they canceled.
Yeah, they had a huge demo shown and everything, and they're just
it was a co-op demo with crazy dragon attacks.
It looked awesome. Yeah. I am such a Platinum fanboy. I am willing to just freely admit that. I love Platinum games. Everything they put out has been awesome. And that game looked fantastic, they canceled it. But the reason we bring it up is Nintendo, there's a announcement going around that they are reviving a lost franchise or game, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of the way they word it. We don't know what it is.
No idea.
Yeah, but immediately the internet went
Scalebound.
Yeah, because wasn't it reported also that it was a Microsoft title as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kinda, yeah. Again, this is all rumors and speculation.
I mean, it was going to be an exclusive, right? Yeah, we said
Scalebound was going to be exclusive.
Yeah.
Now, here's a couple of things with it. One of the guys who worked on Scalebound, he is not with Platinum currently, but who worked on it, he came out and said to all this, like, no, there was never any talk of that. Now, he's not with Platinum. So
he might not know their deep, dark, behind the door secrets.
But I am inclined to believe that it's probably not Scalebound unless that game was pretty much done, only because Platinum's working on Astral Chain for the Switch, and they're still working on Bayonetta 3 for the Switch. They've already got 2 big projects they're working on. So I don't know if it actually is Scalebound or if it's something else.
What else could it be that's really been like everyone?
The first thing that came to my mind was not Scalebound. It was actually Mega Man Legends 3.
Woo!
Because it's another game that people want. It was going to be on mobile. It was going to be on like a handheld.
It was going to be a 3DS exclusive. Yeah. It was like
they had the demo done.
Yeah, and actually, like most of the game was finished up.
But so that's another possibility. Although I think that's kind of out of left field.
It is a little bit, except for. And I keep bringing this up. If you look at Capcom, they're embracing Mega Man again. I mean, we got Mega Man 11. We got the X collections. They're putting out all kinds of merchandise for the Mega Man games. Like, it's ridiculous. They're doing model kits. They're doing action figures. They're doing comics. They're doing all this stuff. So, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if it was that. I would be, like, just giddy. And finally, that 3-shaped hole in my heart would be filled, and we can finally get the blue bomber off the moon.
Spoilers.
No one even knows what I'm talking about because no one has played Mega Man.
But I didn't play it either.
I didn't play it. I don't really.
We just played through the first one.
Seriously.
And now I know what happens. Thanks. No.
The name of the 100,000 to bring back Mega Man Legends was also called, like, Get Me Off the Moon.
Oh, yeah, whatever.
So, like...
I didn't put 2 and 2 together.
Yeah, it's okay. But I don't know what else it could be aside from that, unless it's just something we're not thinking of, something that's been maybe dead for a while. That
Viva Pinata.
Except Rare is totally owned by Microsoft. But then that would be like this whole weird thing of like Microsoft and Nintendo working together.
Banjo-Kazooie was another one people were tossing around because
Conquer.
Yeah.
What if Battletoads is coming onto the Switch?
So that's still coming out this year, as far as I know.
Yeah.
The new Battletoads game.
Yeah.
And that's not possible. I mean, now this whole Microsoft Switch thing, I don't know.
I don't know what it could lead to. But
I don't know.
Hey, let us know in the comments what you think it might be, because like I would be thrilled with Scalebound because, like I said, I love Platinum games. It looked really cool. I remember when we watched the demo for it at E3. Like,
it's still one of our lowest viewed videos of all time.
which makes me totally understandable why that game got canceled, because like
at the time nobody
cared.
Yeah,
that's why that has so few views. If it was Mega Man Legends 3, like I don't know what I would do.
Yeah,
I would immediately like go live on the internet just screaming. Anything else? Like, never know. Yeah. Maybe we're getting a remake of Xenogears.
I really doubt that.
Oh, I really doubt it too.
Yeah.
But again, pipe dream.
Yeah.
When the possibilities are there, the imagination runs rampant, and I'll be disappointed nonetheless.
I think every week until like they announce it, they just give us a little hint. Like it's gonna be like this or something.
Oh yeah, like 20 questions.
Yeah.
Yeah. Animal, vegetable, or mineral. Yeah.
That's such a weird thing to ask.
Well, it puts almost all of existence into 3 categories. So
that's true.
That's true.
But anyway, aside from that, we have one more thing that we have to talk about that was big in February because it came out of nowhere.
Demon X Machina demo.
Just hold on, Punk. I'm just as excited as you to talk about it, but we need to talk about like news.
That is news.
It is, but we've actually already discussed it on the channel. So, but we have to talk about something that we haven't brought up yet, and that's Apex Legends.
Oh yeah.
The new Battle Royale from Respawn is set in the Titanfall universe that nothing leading up to it, it just kind of went, boom, there it is.
Yeah, I had no idea. And
it was like a supreme drop. It was like, boom.
Like, hey, it's available to download. And I was like, oh, all right.
There was a little blurb after it came out, the people at Respawn like saying, because they got bought by EA officially, and they said, we didn't want to promote. They didn't want us to promote it. They didn't want anything. They just wanted, when the game was done, just release it and let it out there and let it be its thing. And a lot of people have embraced it.
It's awesome.
I've played it. Have you tried it?
I have not. I watched some videos of people playing it. It looks pretty fun.
You haven't tried it.
Yeah, I
yet,
haven't tried it either.
So-
It's on my PlayStation, but
Yeah. We were all big fans of Titanfall 2.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I even recently rebought it because I hate myself. Also, I love giant robots. But Apex Legends, I want to go into it playing it like Titanfall, and oh god, no. You can't. Because there's no wall running, there's no double jumping, and only one of the heroes has the grapple. And the grapple has a longer cooldown than it ever did in Titanfall 2. So there's not as big a focus on moving, which kind of kills me a little bit. Plus, it's a battle royale, so like I can't just run and die and then immediately respawn. It does have a respawn mechanic.
Oh.
You can be revived by your teammates, and even after so long, if they don't revive
because the
you,
game is like a squad-only kind of situation, right?
it's 3-man squads and it's 20 squads, so 60 people total.
Right. But they are adding singles and duos eventually.
Oh.
Thank God, that's what I need. I don't. People on the internet, sometimes I love you, but sometimes I want to play a game by myself without relying on other people, and I don't want to feel like I'm dragging the team down. Let me just disappoint myself, and that's it. But no, the respawn mechanic is like even if they don't get you up fast enough, they can pick up your banner, and there's respawn points all over the map. And if they pick you up, as long as they have you and they get you to a respawn point at some point, you'll get dropped back into the game.
That's awesome.
It's really cool. It is the only way I've been useful in that game because I have respawned my teammates and whatnot. The weapons are all like Titanfall 2 weapons. There's the Mozambique and all that, and the characters are all kind of cool, kind of fun.
Yeah.
It's a slower game than Titanfall, and I'm just not well equipped for it.
I've heard it's like doing amazing. Like it beat Fortnite's record in first like 48 hours of players, and
it's a good looking game. It plays really well. Like it's definitely got a big studio behind it, and it wasn't an afterthought like Fortnite.
Yeah,
because we know that Fortnite's Battle Royale mode was an afterthought.
Yeah.
The other thing is, and I really just think that's the way to go is just drop the game, drop it for free, and have it be nice and polished, and people will play it.
Yeah.
That's kind of the weird thing about the way it all works now.
Oh,
you know?
The other thing I wanted to bring up about the game, and this makes me love it, is you don't have to have a mic to play it and communicate with your teammates. There's a ping system.
Oh.
If you like put in your crosshairs like a loot box,
Right.
a piece of armor, or an enemy, and you hit R1, it pings it on your squad's screen.
Oh, geez, cool.
And it specifically says, "There's a loot box here.
Yeah.
Armor if anybody needs it. Enemy spotted
like
over
That's
here."
Battlefield
perfect.
style.
Yeah.
Right?
That's cool.
Yeah.
Because, again, no offense to the people on the internet, except for those of you who need to be offended. But sometimes I just don't want to talk to you people.
Well, and there's a lot of people that like to play online games, but sometimes they don't have a mic. Maybe their mic just broke or something like that.
Or it's loud and annoying where
Yeah.
you are.
Or they're just playing music in the background and it's
Yeah.
like blaring in your headset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know who you are. Please don't do that.
Yeah. I was once playing a game of Rainbow Six Siege with like a 10-year-old who was streaming on Twitch. Oh my God. Like narrating
wow.
everything he was doing. Wow. It was bad. And everybody on the team was just like, stop talking. We're trying to do this. They're coming in. Yeah.
But Apex does a lot of really cool things I think the Battle Royale game needed. If they put singles in, great. I mean, the revive mechanic then goes away, and so does kind of the ping system. You can still ping things and like at least mark it on your map and be like, okay, they were there.
Right.
So-
Or even like there's an item. Okay, I'm still heading over to the right here, but I remember there's a chest there, so ping that real quick, head there, so I can remember where I'm going.
Yeah.
Right.
So.
The other thing to bring up with this is Lambo, you and I were talking about Titanfall 3 coming out, and like we were excited for it because it was potentially coming out this year. The day after Apex dropped, one of the lead developers said, "Everybody thinks we're working on Titanfall 3. We're not. It's not happening." Like they tweeted that, and it made me go, "Oh,
Sad face.
because as cool as Apex is, it's not what I want. I want Titanfall
You want
3.
robots.
I want robots. I want the campaign because Titanfall 2's campaign is amazing.
Oh yes, it is.
And the multiplayer modes are astounding. I love attrition where there's just bots running around that you can get points for. So I don't have to be amazing.
Yeah.
But and then that made me go, "Oh, I should rebuy Titanfall 2," which I did. But then a couple of days after that, they said, "Oh no, we're working on another Titanfall game."
And something might be dropping this year.
Yes.
We'll at least get some news or something, I'm sure.
Yeah, so
When I think too with Apex, like, didn't the player base for Titanfall 2 like double?
It skyrocketed because Apex came out for free. People played it and
Yeah.
they're like, this is cool. I should play their other game.
Yeah.
Which is amazing because Titanfall 2 was criminally underplayed and underrated.
Underappreciated.
It was underappreciated because Titanfall 2 came out around the same time as Battlefield 1 and Call of Duty Advanced Warfare.
It's
Infinite
one of the
Warfare?
Call of Duties.
One of the
One of the Call of Duties.
One of those.
Yeah,
I think it was Infinite because they were similar because they both had the grapple mechanic.
Yeah.
I remember thinking that at the time.
And it was an amazing game. It had free content. It had free updates. And I'll say it here. If you like Apex and you want to try something cool, go get Titanfall.
Yeah.
It's on sale on PSN until the 1st of March. Hopefully this comes out before that, or I just dated myself.
Yeah.
Or, seriously, it's used at GameStop for like $10.
Yeah, it's very, very cheap.
And all the updates were free. The only thing that you have to pay extra for is if you want the Prime Titans, which are just different-looking Titans that don't do anything else.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, or cosmetic stuff. Otherwise, there's a PvE mode that's like a tower defense. There's all kinds of cool stuff.
That's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I like that.
And again, the story was amazing. I was very emotionally linked to it. And
it's worth it.
Mm-hmm.
It's worth it to play the campaign, even if you don't like single player.
And it's a unique first-person shooter.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's actually a joy to, like, jump around and like, platform and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It was very much... and more connections than one. It was very much like the Spider-Man game, where Spider-Man, like, it's a joy to just move in that game.
Yeah.
It's a joy in Titanfall. And if you pick grapple, you're basically Spider-Man in a first-person shooter because you're running your wall running, you're slinging it all over buildings and everything. It's really cool, and it's super customizable too. Mm-hmm. So, there's my plug for Titanfall this episode.
There you go.
I'm just gonna do it every
But
episode.
Apex isn't as good as Tetris 99, but we'll talk about that in a second anyway.
I'm pretty sure we've talked about it a lot. But yeah. So anyway, that's the news for this month. Should we talk about what we played?
Yeah.
Okay, so Lambo, what'd you play this month?
I played Tetris 99.
When they announced that,
Yeah.
I immediately said, "This is it. This is what Lambo's going to do for the next few weeks."
Yeah. Tetris 99 is it's the best battle royale by a long shot. Because I don't know, I feel like it's approachable by anybody. Like even if you just are a noob and you've never really enjoyed Tetris that much, it's at least fun to play against other people and be forced into the getting better. And then for people who are really decent at it, you have a shot. Me, I know Slow Tad also got a number 1 spot. So good. I played Kingdom Hearts 3 this month as well. I'm loving it. And there's a mech portion. I might as well mention that because it's March Madness. The whole Toy Story thing is just mechs.
That's awesome.
Yeah. In fact, most of it takes place in like a mech themed mall.
Oh.
And every store in it has something mech themed in it. And the toy store sells nothing but like model kits. Yeah. So it's a little silly. A little bit of Final Fantasy stuff in there as well. And
except no characters.
Yeah. No living characters. No living Final. There's tons of references to Final Fantasy stuff all over the place.
There's just none of the characters.
Yeah.
Which
that's weird.
It is weird
because that's what like Kingdom Hearts is. It's Final Fantasy Disney. Mashed together.
I mean, it's there. It's omnipresent. It's everywhere, but they just don't have the characters in the game like they used to.
Which is kind of weird because like Cloud and Squall had a big part in 2.
Yeah.
Cloud had a big part in 1. Sephiroth
wasn't Squall. Leon.
Oh, I'm sorry. But and Sephiroth was always like an optional boss in the games.
Yeah.
And it's kind of weird to not have that in there.
Yeah, because it was also like in the Coliseum. There we go. Words aren't good. Like at the end, the final boss is like Sephiroth. And it was so epic to fight him.
He had like 5 life bars.
Yeah.
Oh, in the first game, it's like 10.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
That fight takes forever. I have to ask really quick.
Yeah.
Because I keep seeing the worlds in Kingdom Hearts 3. Hercules is one of the original like Disney animated ones, like the 2D animated.
That's the only original Disney animated one, along with the 100 Acre Woods.
There's none of the other ones are the 2D animated worlds.
No, it's
CG
all
and live action, right?
Yeah, Monsters Inc.
Toy Story,
Frozen,
Tangled.
So like all the current like generation of Disney.
And there are other characters and then like the Ratatouille plays a big part in like the crafting of like items and stuff like that, and so there's little things everywhere, and they play a lot more homage to Disney's like short films and stuff because they make you can unlock all these little, almost like Tiger Electronics style games inside the game. Because you have a gummy phone and then you can download them onto it in the game.
That's awesome.
But they're all based on different old Disney short films.
Oh,
like
okay.
every one of them. So it's like kind of weird and cool.
Yeah.
All of your like special attacks are based around rides at Disney World.
Yeah.
Which like is a little jarring at first, but then it's just kind of cool and you kind of get excited for certain ones to pop up. So I don't know. There's definitely a different mood in the game in general. And I do like the gummy ship stuff a lot. It's the customization of the first game.
Yeah.
But like totally open world, fly around anywhere, Star Fox style, like, you know.
Which I think was the second one. I think it's how the second one the gummy ships played. I might be wrong though.
I did. Maybe it was the second one, or was it the first one had a battle system too? I can't remember.
It had a battle system. It was just on rails though.
Right.
Yeah. No, this is completely open world, any direction.
Okay.
And you fly entirely from world to world.
Right.
So that makes it a lot of fun. I should finish it in the next month. I don't think I'm going to take too long on it. But those are the two biggest things I spent my time on. I also got like Star Fox 64 and Majora's Mask for my 3DS because they dropped those.
Yeah, 3 new Nintendo Selects were Super Mario Maker on the DS, Star Fox, and Majora's Mask, which... Actually, I'll bring it up. That means I've been playing Majora's Mask this month. I've tried playing Majora's Mask multiple times. Dad lent me his copy on the N64 years ago.
Oh, yeah, wow.
And I could not get into it on the N64. I was like, this is stupid. I wanted Ocarina of Time again. I don't get it. What's going on?
But what's funny is that is like the closest thing to another Ocarina of Time again, though.
It is. And I don't know what it was I didn't like about that game. I got it on my 3DS when the new 3DS came out, and I played it, and I got through the first dungeon. I'm like, this is okay, but I wasn't feeling it. But the past few months I've wanted to rebuy it, mostly because we streamed Ocarina of Time. And it was like, I want more of this, but I want it better. And I didn't want to just play Ocarina of Time on the 3DS because we just finished it. So I was going to rebuy Majora's Mask, and then the information in January dropped that, Majora's Mask is going to drop to $20 on 3DS in February, which was great because a used copy of it was going for like $40, $50.
Oh, yeah.
It was ridiculous. So I've been playing that. I am through the first 2 dungeons. I absolutely love it because there's all kinds of cool little side quests and the whole like figuring out what order you have to do things in during the day to like get something.
Yeah, I mean it's like they always said it was like Groundhog Day, but it's so much like Groundhog Day.
Yeah,
'cause you learn everybody's little patterns and stuff, and then you kind of just know how to do things. And then the weird part is when different stuff happens.
Yeah.
And you can kind of like change the course of everything.
Right, and you've got the little notebook that you write stuff down. You're
Yeah.
like, okay, on this day this happens.
It's actually genuinely important to do that.
It is.
Yeah.
Thankfully, the game automatically puts that stuff in for you. But, it's been a lot of fun. I've been enjoying that. And I went back to playing Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Yeah, I have all these other games that I need to like put time in, but I've only got 120 hours in Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I've only beaten it once. So let me keep playing it. But yeah, I'm just doing side quests in that. But, Punk, we need to talk about this now finally.
Wait, what?
Shut up. So the Nintendo Direct happened, and with it was the launch of the Daemon X Machina prototype missions.
Which was like totally unexpected. Like I figured that they would show like some kind of like gameplay or something like that during the Direct.
Because we didn't even have any real assurance the game was even coming out this year.
They said it was supposed to be 2019. That's all we knew.
And then all of a sudden, hey, demo available to download. Why don't you play it? I was like, okay.
It's 4 missions. All a little different because one's like the tutorial mission where you go through a level, kill all the guys. Another one's clearing out like an area in the city.
There's like a protect type of mission.
And then there's one fighting an immortal.
Yes.
Which is one of the big mechs that you see in the trailer.
Huge. I was not expecting it.
And it took forever.
It did. I was not. It was
I was not like wholly prepared for it when it first happened.
No, I was not. I was very ungunned, but I still beat it, so I got that done. It took me a while. Yeah, just like flying around, trying to find more health and
trying to find health, trying to find ammo because you can pick up ammo, which is great.
Yeah,
but I think we can both agree that it's armored core.
It is.
It's just armored core, and it's a little better than it used to be.
Oh, it's so good. I love the customization. The fact too is, when you're fighting other mechs in the game, they drop. They're still marked. You can walk up to them and pick up a piece of the mech. So you can I want his head. so I can attach that later on.
And sometimes if you're missing a piece, like if you don't have enough weapons equipped and you pick up a weapon, it automatically equips it.
Yeah, because I think there's like a damage system where like you can actually like it damages your arm or something like that. Yeah.
Which by the way was a system in New Gundam Breaker.
Yes, it is.
But this is so much better.
It's great.
It just works out so great. It looks okay, handheld mode. It doesn't look amazing.
I didn't have any gripes. It looks good.
It could just look a little cleaner, I think.
All right. Yeah.
But the cell shaded really works for that game.
Yes, it does.
If you keep playing the missions, there's new parts to get.
Yep.
There's a pilot customization.
Yeah, I was kind of confused by that. I don't know how it's going to work in the main game. Like, because really you're just kind of walking around the shop and you can either like actually go to your mech and just customize it and do your mission. That's all they do. Until I explored a little bit more, and there's like a garage door. Next to it was a sealed one with like an ice cream cone like poster. So I was just like, all right, maybe we'll get some ice cream later on. But you can go in, you can like recustomize your character, and then you can also do body modifications,
which help you in your piloting, I think. Or it's for the ground combat when you're out of your mech. Did you ever get out of your mech?
No, but I heard you could.
Yeah, I fought the Immortal in the last mission. The second time I fought it, it destroyed my mech and I got out.
Oh.
And you have a weapon. You are not going to win that fight. Like, I'm on the ground and this thing is huge. And I'm just like, well, guess I'll die. Pew, pew, pew. Just like that.
But I was playing around with the body modification, and I wasn't expecting it to actually change my character. I was just like, yeah, sure. I want to increase my ability to, like, not be knocked down. All of a sudden, I got, like, these huge boots on or something like that. And I was like, wow, that's kind of interesting.
Cool.
But it's just a demo.
Yeah.
And if you've got a Switch and you haven't tried it, download it and try it for free. Because replaying the missions, you can get all kinds of cool mech parts and keep customizing your mech. And one of my favorite things, they didn't give us energy swords. They gave us big freaking broadswords. So like one of my loadouts, I'm just dual wielding broadswords and I'm going to town on things,
awesome.
like hacking apart. It's really, really cool. It's worth it.
Yeah.
What else have you been playing?
Well, Hitman was free this month on PlayStation, so I decided to play Hitman, the new one. Actually, it wasn't that bad. Only gripe that I have, I'm used to the old Hitman games where I had to figure out my opportunities. This one just tells you. And like if you overhear somebody talking, you can just literally hit follow this opportunity, and it kind of leads you where you're supposed to go and just do it. So it makes it very easy that way.
So it makes it accessible to other people.
Yeah.
But it takes away some of the difficulty.
Right, but it was still fun. I want to play the second one. I don't know. It was just fun trying to murder all these people different ways and everything like that. Other thing I've been playing, I haven't really been playing much this month.
Well, you just got a new game, didn't you?
I did.
So you should probably tell us about it.
I got Anthem. And I'm Iron Man, and I love it.
Does it have an easier time loading than the beta did?
Load screens are a little long. That's one gripe. Even just like going from exploring the fort to the forge to customize my mech, like I don't understand why there's a load screen. Shouldn't it just be available? Like I just boots it up, load screen. I'm like, all right, I guess I'll stay here for a little bit and finally customize my javelin, whatever it's called. But it's fun. I like the gameplay. It's beautiful. I love the effects of the environment on my javelin. Because I don't know if they explain this in like the beta or the demo. But if you hit like a waterfall or something like that, it cools down your javelin. So when you're flying around, you overheat, so you can go underwater or go up like a waterfall or something like that. It cools you down, so you can just keep flying, which is really cool.
Nice.
Same thing with like rain and stuff like that. You won't overheat as fast. I was struck by lightning. All right.
How did that affect you?
I was shocked. It told me I was a little. That said shocked.
Personally, I was shocked.
I just fired in the air. I was like, "Come at thee!" But I don't know. I have a hard time trying to pay attention to the story. I really don't really care about it as much as like I would do with like a Destiny game.
Yeah.
But customization, the painting, and everything like that is amazing. All the weapons are really cool. The abilities. I picked the Colossus, so I'm just like heavy gunner. His ultimate is like a huge like mortar or something like that. It just explodes and takes out everything in its radius. Kind of mad that there's really not that much armor right now. We're not that far into the game, but really there's the basic armor that you start out with, and then you can buy some armor from the store. I think there's like 2 different sets. You can have coins, or you can like buy actual shards to purchase it with real money. But really nothing to do with like actual customization besides the paint, which is kind of sad.
That would be something that would kind of sell me on the game, is if I found out there were like a lot of different pieces.
Right.
Then I would be okay with it. So I have to ask, you picked the Colossus.
Yes.
You cannot then use pieces from any of the other sets, can you?
You cannot.
Okay.
But as you level up, you gain access to unlock the other javelins.
Right, but you can't cross them is what I'm saying.
Right.
Okay.
You can do like weapons, and there's some universal components that like do like armor upgrades and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But with the Colossus, he's the only one that has access to like a minigun or the grenade launcher.
Okay.
And then everyone else, you can share all the other like sniper rifles, pistols, machine guns, and stuff like that.
Can you share person to person stuff or
like trading?
Yeah.
No,
Not yet.
I haven't seen anything.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's kind of weird how the whole squad system works, because like when you're in the fort, you're by yourself. It's a first-person experience walking on this fort, which you also pick your character. They have like a 25 characters that you can pick from. You don't ever see it. I don't understand it.
Okay.
But you're exploring there, talking to everyone, getting your missions. But then when you get into your javelin, you can either go to the launch bay or just go out into the world. Now, the launch bay is actually like a community type of thing where you can actually meet other people, look at their other javelins, be like, oh, I like that paint scheme. I might copy that. But I was in a squad with my friends. We went to the launch bay. We weren't together. I don't understand why.
That's
wow.
weird. That's weird.
Yeah, it was just like random people loading in, and the only thing you can do in the launch bay is literally everything you can do right in the fort, but it's closer together. There's nothing special in the launch bay. It's just a way to see random people's javelins, I guess. That's all it is.
Can you like communicate and like team up there at least, or
You can. I mean, there's
okay.
like again.
so if you
know,
were playing like solo, you could like find a group.
There's like a chat system, so you don't need a mic or anything like that.
Cool.
You can just hit like up on the D-pad and select something like, hey, group up with me, or I'm looking for a squad or something like that. So that's, I guess, one experience there. But it's just the fact that like I can't be in there with my friends or my actual squad, which is kind of lame. But other than that, I am loving the game. I think, again, gameplay is amazing. I love the effects of the elements and like all the explosions, and I have a flamethrower and there's like burning things around me. It's beautiful.
So the gameplay itself is just fun. Is that like
Yeah.
content wise versus like a Destiny, like when it launches? Like, what's the comparison there? It's like the amount of content.
It's hard to say.
Okay.
We're not that far in the game. There's still some stuff that we've yet to unlock, like strongholds, which I'm assuming are going to be like Destiny Strikes or maybe a raid. That's where you get like the best gear. But like weapon wise, it's pretty much the same, where you just get drops and you're just like, all right, this is a power level, blah blah blah. I'll rather equip that to my lower one. And there's rarities again, and I think the world feels bigger. I know in Destiny you had all these different planets, but they seem kind of small. You can only go so far. This world, I'm just like flying around, and I just keep on exploring like new areas and stuff I haven't been to yet.
That's kind of cool.
You know what the whole thing reminds me of? If you took Destiny and crossed it with Xenoblade Chronicles X.
Possibly.
That's what it kind of reminds me of, where you got like the home base, you've got a mech basically, go out and explore this giant world.
Yeah.
Just
And there is sort of like a social space and stuff as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's fun. I love it. I think you guys should get it maybe eventually. Again, I don't know if the story is really that big. I'm trying to pay attention to it, but it's kind of hard.
Nope.
Like they don't. I don't know, I'm talking to people, and it's not like regular BioWare games where I'm enjoying my conversations with people, like picking what I want to say or like trying to romance this person over there. I'm just kind of like, will you just shut up and let me get into my javelin? I want to fight stuff.
Maybe eventually.
Yeah.
Maybe eventually.
Maybe when it goes on sale or something like that. Apparently, there's a lot of content even after you hit max level that you can still hit, and they have future plans for it. So I'm hoping that's gonna, keep going. It's fun.
Cool. Well, that's what we played this month.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's take a look at what's coming out this month.
Oh yeah.
The big one.
There's stuff coming out this month?
There is stuff coming out this month. So the big thing we have, of course, is Yoshi.
Yoshi's Crafted World.
Yoshi's Crafted World.
The demo for that dropped as well on the Switch.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
I'll check it out.
it's pretty good. I because I'm kind of OCD when I play my Mario/Yoshi games, and I want to get everything. I'm totally disturbed by the game because there's a lot, and even in a single level, the levels seem to be really long as well. And I'm kind of excited for that because I do like to hunt around and figure out all the puzzles and stuff. But it's definitely gonna like bother me when I unfortunately like do something that I can't undo, and then restart these like kind of decently long levels and have to go back and get everything.
It's like the only big like Nintendo launch.
This
isn't it?
month. Yeah. There's probably a couple of
they have a
indie
3DS
launches.
game coming out.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Kirby's Extra Epic Yarn.
Oh okay.
Oh. All
Yeah.
right.
Oh, and Unravel 2.
Oh yeah, I forgot that's coming to the
Yeah,
Switch.
Yep.
That's
and
cool.
Final Fantasy 7.
That's big.
Alright.
Yeah. I mean, like whatever. Other big releases, we have Dead or Alive 6, which did any of you play Dead or Alive 5?
I don't think I really played any of them.
No.
I played 4 a lot on the 360. I wasn't that good at it, but that's a fighting game for me. 5 was weird in that like you could download it and you got one character. It kind of reminded me of like Killer Instinct, like on the Xbox One, and then you paid for the extra characters.
Right.
And it was basically like an online game. This one they've come out and said it's back to like a traditional style game, and they're adding in all kinds of single player content.
That's awesome.
So you've got like an epic story mode. You've then got like a mission based mode that you can go through and do different things to unlock different cosmetic pieces. And there's even more single player content. So they kind of went the route that like Soul Calibur 6 did.
Awesome.
Which, that's really cool. One of my top games of the year that I was looking forward to, Devil May Cry 5 comes out.
Yes, I played the demo for that. That was really fun.
I have yet to download it and try it because, in all honesty, Devil May Cry 5 might have been unseated on my list by Astral Chain. But I still want to try the demo and see how it goes.
It wasn't bad. I don't understand the timeline for Devil May Cry. Like they're saying that 5 is coming after 2, and I thought like 4 came after 2, and apparently
it doesn't.
I don't have no idea. Apparently 4 came between 1 and 2, and
3 was first, then it was 1, then it was 4, then it was 2, and now 5.
Yeah,
I mean, it's Japanese numbering. Come on, punk.
I'm sorry.
Other than that, we have Toe Jam and Earl back in the groove.
I'm super excited for this. Yeah. I just want to see what it's like. If it's anything like the old ones, it'll be awesome.
Yeah.
It's the same kind of thing with like Battletoads. Like, are we actually gonna be able to even beat Battletoads? I don't know, but I'm gonna get it when it comes out.
Oh yeah, and it's gonna be fun.
Yeah. So, Toe Jam and Earl is always like fun.
Yeah. We have the Division 2.
I'm kind of excited for it. I like the first one. It was kind of fun to play around with my friends and stuff like that. I won't get it day one. I'll wait till it goes cheaper.
Yeah, Anthem's out.
Yeah, exactly. Anthem.
Yeah.
Another squad-based shooter. But, I know, Division was a pretty cool series.
And Destiny's probably dropping another update at some point, right? Maybe next month?
I don't know. I stopped caring about Destiny.
That's too bad.
Oh, that's too
bad.
It is. It is really.
Oh, back in the good days of that, it was the best.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah.
But I've heard some, like, crazy, like, story news about it, how Aldrin Solve, the person that killed Cade, our lovable character, is coming back as a hunter. And now we're supposed to like him, I guess. I don't know. So, I don't really care.
Yeah, whatever. We're done. We're just filthy casuals.
Yeah.
I mean, is the new update going to be the Vault of Glass? Is this the Vault of Glass?
I hope so.
And one last one I want to bring up because, like, no one knows about it, and I don't know how it's going to be like, but Left Alive comes out this month.
Oh, yeah. That was, like, on my list a while ago. I saw it was, like, announced, like, 2 years ago or something like that? And I was like, wow, this looks kind of cool. Even the name, Left Alive.
It's a Square Enix game.
Yeah.
Which I've been very critical of Square Enix lately. There hasn't been a lot of really, really amazing stuff. But this looks really cool. And what gets me is it's set in the Front Mission universe.
Yeah, that I did not know about. I was just like, all right.
I didn't know what it was. And then somebody brought it up. And I looked into it. And yeah, it's set in the Front Mission universe, which for those who don't know, Front Mission was a long-running series of mech strategy games that then turned into a third-person mech action game and is now this. And this looks more like a human-based stealth game.
Yeah.
Which could be cool. I don't know what to expect.
Yeah.
This is kind of like, I don't know.
They haven't really seen, I've seen no like trailers or any gameplay for it.
Check out the trailer.
Okay.
There is a
I know I haven't
trailer.
like searched for it, but usually if games, like they'll be like, oh, look at this gameplay for this awesome game. This, I'm just kind of under the radar.
It's a weird Japanese action game based on a series that we've only had, we've had 4 releases here in the United States, but that's like nothing compared to what's actually come out. So I think people should check it out, at least check out the trailer, and like keep the radar open, because it could be a cool game that people might miss out on. But aside from a few other releases that Sekiro Shadows Die Twice comes out.
I bet you people are gonna love it.
Yeah.
Probably, but I'm more interested in Ghost of Tsushima.
Okay.
Oh, same.
Yeah, like that one looks a little bit cooler to me. This one looks too much
So
like.
you guys picked the random, Japanese feudal game that you.
Well, this one looks too much like Dark Souls.
Oh,
Ghost
okay.
of Tsushima looks more like a really cool action
Well,
game.
isn't Sekiro made by some people that made Dark Souls and Demon Souls?
It might be.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah.
Every time I see it
That was one of the
advertised,
things about it.
it's some insert Japanese name here that made or designed Dark Souls or something like that.
Cool.
Which is cool, and I'm sure people who love Dark Souls and Demon Souls and
I'm sure they're gonna love it.
Yeah.
It looks really cool. I don't like that style of gameplay.
no, me neither. But I think that wraps it up for our March podcast here. There was a lot to talk about, a lot going on.
Mhm.
But thank you everybody for joining us.
Enjoy all the mech madness this month.
Yep.
You know,
Yep. March Mechness.
March Mechness.
All the-
I can say it either way.
That's true. All the Mech Madness, March Mechness, Mecha Mechness.
Yeah. So enjoy. Drop in some of your favorite mechs, and
Yeah, and let us know if there's something you want to see for March Mechness in terms of robots.
This will be our first try going at it.
Yeah.
So we're definitely gonna bring the good
Oh yeah.
with
Yeah.
all the.
And make sure that if you want to post anything or share it with us or anything, tweet, Facebook post, Instagram, #March Mechness. And we'll talk about some of that stuff maybe the end of March then, see if anybody was following along and doing anything cool. But make sure to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Make sure to check out our website or, of course, on YouTube, all Nerdstrodamus, except for Twitter, where we're Nerdstrodamus for Down Low or Dr. Pants and Lambo. Who knows anymore?
And there's Nerdstrodamus.com.
And there is Nerdstrodamus.com. Again, check it out because every week the top videos for that week will be posted up there and you can check them out and keep up with us. There's also ways to communicate with us. And we'll also be starting blogs sometime in the near future. But yeah. And make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share. Remember to smash that like button. And remember to ring the little bell. Because that little bell will let you know when we put up a new video right away and when we start going live. Because Lambo and I have been streaming every Friday.
Been rather consistent.
We have been rather consistent.
You need some newer games.
Oh, shut up. Hey, as a Mega Man fan, he had to play Legends. And you know what? It wasn't
good.
It wasn't a terrible
It
experience.
was good.
It was alright.
But that's also us. We're just older gamers.
This is true.
We are probably going to play something a little newer. I'd like for March Mechness to stream some Titanfall.
That'd be fun.
And maybe towards the end of the month after it comes out, we'll stream some Yoshi's Crafted World.
There you go.
Definitely want to do that.
But like I said, make sure to leave us some comments. Let us know how we're doing, what you'd like to see, what you'd like to hear us talk about. But for Nerdstrodamus, I'm Dr. Pants.
Why are you whispering? I don't understand.